Hey Earth signs, welcome on into your reading for the month of June. I am Faith, of course, back to the channel, back at it again for the Divine Faith. Okay, I just did the fire sign reading. I already did water and I already did air last week, somewhere week and a half ago or something like that. So here you guys are. So if you're listening to this for Patreon, or if you are subscribed to the vault, then you can just go back through the blog or just recent posts and you'll be able to see the other elements there. If you're listening to this on YouTube, you can just scroll back through my recent videos and the elements will be there for you. Okay, so in case you don't know if you're an earth sign, this will be for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't think I said that in the fire sign reading, but nonetheless. So I'm going to be shuffling the oracle cards, the Shaman Dream Oracle. I already have two cards that I have shuffled upon. So we have In the Hand, which is the universe is your partner. And we have Needing Direction, Lost. Oh, I know what this is about. You don't know if the person that you're dealing with is the one. You're really conflicted about this. And this could be a thought process that has came on not because they did something. You could simply just be in that particular headspace where you're wondering, like, you know, is this person really the one that I'm supposed to be dealing with? Is this it? Is this the end of the road? Is there anything else? So these could be a lot of the questions that you are kind of floating around in the air when it pertains to this part. It feels like an air sign to me. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or what is this? They may have a Venus in air. So they may have a Venus in, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Okay. There was something else. Yeah, so it's either Sun in air or Venus in air is what I'm picking up. Okay. Anyway, In the Hand, the universe. Some of you actually may be dealing with somebody who works in a different state, or works frequently on the road, out of town. So there's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of kind of detachment a bit when it pertains to this particular connection. And in the past, you may have been cool. You may have not been a big deal. But now you may be looking forward, asking yourself, is this person the one for me in terms of, can I deal with this dynamic for the duration of however long we are supposed to be together? So right now you are making space for a lot of what ifs when it comes to this person, this relationship, this situation. The same thing can apply if it is not pertaining to love. It could be anything. Or at first you were cool, and now you just don't know if you are going in the right direction. Especially with this lost in space, and as the card says, needing direction, you have the number 9. The number 9 is tied to Mars. So we have Scorpio, we have Aries. So that may be another sign or other signs that you could be dealing with as well. We have number 4. Number 4 is tied to the sun. The sun exalts in Aries. So again, that Aries energy is coming through, but Aries is tied to the first house of the zodiac sign. The other of the natal chart, the first house is you. It is your personality. It is your eyeballs. It is your face. So to piggyback off of this, for some of you earth signs, you may feel right now that you're having to face the darkness, or you're having to face something on your own that you did not ask for, or it's simply one of the things where maybe you started questioning this person because of the fact that you're having to face something on your own, and you gave them the opportunity to be there, or maybe you dropped hints for them to be there and they have not shown up for you. So this could be where your pattern of thinking is coming from, because now you feel, okay, I gave this person the opportunity to show up for me during this particular time, and for some reason you didn't show up. So now you may be wanting to throw away the whole entire relationship, which is causing you to question if you even made the right decision to deal with this particular person. The same thing could be said when it pertains to a family member, a new family member. Some of you could have had new family members that just came into your life. And who knows, could be a new baby. And even if it is a new baby, the same thing could apply when it pertains to the other parent. It could be maybe even in-laws, okay, getting, a sibling getting married to somebody that you're just like, you know what, I don't think this person passes the smell test. So because of that, if this person is coming around a lot, it may be making you withdraw a little bit. Start to be like, you know what, they're going to be there, I'd rather not. But you may not be saying that. You may just be like, oh, I just got stuff to do. I'm just not able to make it, etc., etc. But this is the issue. Why you keep feeling lost, why you keep feeling that you're needing direction, because you're not saying what needs to be said. And it doesn't have to be in a super negative way or anything like that. But some of you, you're just hanging on too much to not rock the boat. The fear of rocking the boat or pissing somebody off is causing you to hang on and not express how you feel. Because you can simply tell someone to F off without telling them to F off. You can simply tell somebody that I'm just not really feeling this dynamic because you are coming off some sort of way towards me. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but that's the way that I am feeling. See how I did that? That took 2 seconds. But some of you you may not necessarily know how to properly communicate that. And so because you don't, you just back off. You just settle and be like, okay, fine. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to piss anybody off. That to me screams to the breeding ground of someone who is just getting walked over. I mean, like a mat on the ground. They are walking on your back. Now, I'm not saying be combative. Being combative and confronting someone and having a conversation and letting them know, like, this is where we're at. Those are 2 different things. But you're not doing the later. You're just accepting it, even though it irritates you even more the more that you accept it, But anyway, let's get some more oracle cards. Who was that song? I think that song was by is it Zero? I think so. It's like I'm lost on a road. I think that's the name of the song. But I believe that song came out when I was in middle school or something like that. I think the chorus, I think Kanye may have wrote that song, but he didn't. It wasn't his song. I could be wrong about that, but anyway, I think a part of the chorus was kind of just like, I'm losing my mind. I'm like confused or something like that. Some of you may feel like that a little bit. I think that's the name of the person who rapped that song. I'm pretty sure it's Zero. I could be wrong about that. But nonetheless, I'm hearing the song in my head. Anyway, earth signs. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Surrender, which is something that you're not doing. Some of you may be going through some changes as well. You actually may be changing your house since we're talking about the 4th house coming through here. Some of you may be changing your house, going for a long distance move. Some of you, your child may be going off to college and you are struggling a bit. Because that'll be coming up soon, about the next month and a half. Okay, some of you, the child's already at college and you are beside yourself. I get it, because you're like, okay, what the hell are they doing? I haven't heard from them in a couple of days. I'm not used to not laying my eyes on them. I totally get it. I get that. All right, let's see. This wants to come out so bad. Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. So, and this is literally the Devil card in this particular set of oracle cards. Okay. I feel that the Dust Devil came immediately after the surrender because that is the key. In order to move out of stagnation, you must surrender to the process, which you're not doing at this particular point. Some of you may some of you may be surrendering some sort of property or something like that. That could be where the surrender is, because you're needing to surrender. You need to surrender it, or surrender some sort of financial something, because it would just be easier to do that instead of constantly pushing yourself against the wall, getting into more of a financial constraint, if that makes sense. So sometimes it is better to quit as opposed to keep chugging along. Okay? Could be a home. Maybe you're downsizing. Ah, a contract. Yeah, a contract's coming. Now, what type of contract? I don't know. Let's clarify it right fast and see if we can get what type of contract. What type of contract is this? The number 7. Some of you have a soul contract as well, that you just will not let go. You won't let it go. For you, some of you, you may be in that mentality where you're just saying in your mind that it's either this person or nobody at all. That feels freaking lonely as hell. Especially if this is a karmic partner. Okay. Too many cards came out for this one. What's the contract? I'll take you because you look fancy. Yeah. Okay, we have the Queen of the Queen of Berries, fertility, a powerful female, motherhood. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, but it's coming in reverse. Oh, some of you are about to sign a contract, but the issue is you may already be in a contract and it has a non-compete clause, to where you can't, work in a particular industry that's similar to this particular industry. If you have a business, you can't set up a business within 5 or 10 miles of this particular business, because then that would make you a competing business, even though you've already worked in said business. So, but you may already be privy to that information, and it seems that you're going to go ahead and you're going to sign the contract anyway. You better be careful, because I'm hearing somebody say, I'll see you in court. So some of you better watch it. It's not worth it, to follow that smell of greed. And some of you are going to do that. Don't do that. Think about it at least. Yep, the table of plenty. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, success, food, rewards, capitalism. I was just talking about that. Or again, the Wheel of Fortune coming in reverse. That is bad. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is literally bad fortune. So you have to be careful. And it's based off of a little bitty signature. So you have to be careful about what you sign. Some of you, you've already signed the contract, and now you are realizing that, oopsie, I made a poopsie. I maybe should have just waited a little bit longer, read through it. Because now you may feel like you're kind of trapped a little bit, because you got to fulfill your obligation first. Some of you will be signing this contract, and it may take you further away from your children, your home environment, from what's important. It's weird, because I do feel earth signs, you're actually about to walk away from an avenue of money to go towards another avenue of money that you think is more, but is really not. It's one of those things where they put everything in front of you and they dress it up and make it real pretty. And they're just like, oh yeah, you're going to have double the salary, you're going to have double the benefits. And then you sign the papers and you get in there and you're just like, okay, where's double the salary? Well, the terms of the agreement says you can get double the salary after a year. And you're like, oh, I've been screwed. So a lot of you just aren't reading. Which, that's the story of everybody's life, Yeah, the Tower. Number 16. Time to replenish. Some of you are in the entertainment business, and this is the contract that you've signed, and it's like, oh boy. How do I get out of this thing? I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to disappear? I don't know. We have Dream Thief, and we have the Fate skywriting. Yeah, I just don't think this was the dream that your ancestors had in mind for you. They had a dream in mind for you to be comfortable, for you to be happy, for you to, you know, be creative and come up with all these fresh and creative ideas. Some of you guys, you keep getting your ideas stolen. From who? I don't know. It seems like it's a repeat offender. It's hard to narrow down who this person is, particularly because it seems that you have a couple people around you that it could possibly be. But yeah, somebody is stealing. It's almost like somebody's stealing your success. I don't really feel like anybody can steal your destiny, because I feel like your destiny is your destiny. But I can see somebody stealing your success, because you may be too caught up in trying to share or trying to have them in on your success, and you know. So be very careful about that. Some of you, you're too antsy to help whoever this person is or these people around you, and you're suffering for it, fortunately. Yeah. I think I talked about Aries and Scorpio. Scorpio came up again in Aries. So this may be the person, because the Tower and we have the Death card, both Mars energy, both Scorpio, Aries, okay? Well, the Death card is in Aries, but you get the point. Anyway, so let's look at the tarot. I believe some of you Earth signs are actually musicians. Oh, maybe you're okay. I just thought about it. Capricorn. Capricorn is big business. That Saturn literally is the planet of business. Some of you may be trying to get into a business with somebody starting this month, or somebody wants you to collaborate with something. I don't trust it. It seems like they're only doing that so that they can pass off your idea as their own. You know, that's the thing, you Earth signs, from what I'm getting right here. You got some pretty damn good ideas. And why you're wanting to share that with everybody before you actually put the idea in motion is beyond me. But it's something for you to think about, you know. Okay, let's look at the tarot cards, as I said. So Earth signs. Some of you have been promised a job at your current job. And I don't know about this. Something, it just, I would say this, you're going to get screwed. I'm just going to be honest. You're going to get screwed. But the thing is that there's actually a much better position in the same company that you're going to apply for, that you're going to get. And it's more flexible. It gives you a little bit more creative control. You can bounce off your ideas. The people in that team are going to respect you more. So it may seem like, well, whenever this happens, you may have that thought like, oh my goodness, I done got screwed to the floor. But don't you worry. Because March of 25, I feel like you'll be getting into this new position. You'll still be in the same company. I don't think you're going to move to a different company. All right, let's see what the cards are saying. It might end up being a reiteration, which happens a lot because I can read the oracle cards like tarot cards, so a lot of times I just reiterate, you know, but let's see, who knows. Okay, we have the Prince of Vessels, so is it the Knight? Oh, did I have this? I can't remember. Anyway, keep it moving. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles is coming in reverse. I already talked about that, actually. What is this? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. We already had that card. I shuffled these cards like 4 times. The Wheel of Fortune is coming back in reverse. So it's the same card that we clarified the contract with. We have the Ace of Cups coming in reverse. Oh, that was the question. I forgot. Yep, that was the question. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Baron of Vessels. Oh, this Baron of Vessels is the standalone. It's this paid. The Prince is the paid. Yes, Jesus. Got it. Okay, what are you? The King of Swords in reverse. And we have the Knight of Birds or the Knight of Wands coming upright. Okay, so, and I'm not saying this is going to be for everyone, but some of you came into this particular reading kind of wondering, status quo, the status of when it pertains to, is this person really the one? The cards are saying no. Especially because we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and we have the King of Swords in reverse. These two couldn't be any different. The Queen of Pentacles, whenever the Queen of Pentacles is upright, she is mother. She is mother. All the queens are encompassed in the Empress. That's what makes her the Empress, because she has all the queens into her. But when we have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this to me, it gives me the outlier. This gives me someone that may be a single mother, but may not necessarily have any help. Same thing could go if it's a single father, but may not have any help. And because of that, it may deter them from living a full life or just simply being happy. So it somewhat comes through as like an obstacle. So that's one thing. Okay. And then we have also with the Queen of Pentacles coming in reverse, she tries to encompass the same characteristics of the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles can take on many workloads to make money because he was built for that. The Queen of Pentacles was not built for that. She is what y'all call the soft life. She is somewhat built for the soft life. But whenever she turns in reverse, now she is trying to operate more out of her masculine energy because she may not feel safe in her feminine energy. And that can happen. And I feel that's what's going on when it pertains to this particular connection. Whereas we have the King of Swords coming in reverse, he's not in his natural habitat. He's not in his natural element. This to me, even when he's in reverse, this to me screams a brainiac, but he may end up being an asshole if you don't listen to his brainiac-y dissertations. Like, you got to listen to this guy, because listening to me for him, if you don't listen, then he turns into probably one of the worst archetypes that you could run across. And not physically, mentally, it's torture with him, So these two are so different. And right in the middle of them is the Baron of Vessels, which I talked about in the fire sign reading, is tied to drunkenness, carousing, moderation. Some of you are playing house with this particular person. And look, I'm not here to judge. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. If you want to play house with somebody, if that's what makes you happy, then damn, it's what makes you happy. But if you don't want to play house, if playing house to you inside makes you feel icky, it makes you feel like, man, I am a failure, then why the hell are you playing house with this person? The mind is not going to change, in my opinion, at this particular point. There is no connection here. I mean, are you roommates? Maybe. You could be roommates, just roommates at this particular point. Some of you may actually be looking for a roommate or a new roommate, because one of your roommates may be like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse or the King of Swords in reverse. And you're like, I cannot do it. You got to go, because you are kind of ruining my life a little bit. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups, which has come in reverse. So we have this lack of discernment. We have this lack of forgiveness. We have maybe even too many lessons whenever it pertains to love. I'm going to say it. Some earth signs are just completely bitter surrounding love. Some earth signs, you want to have a family, you haven't found the person that you want to have a family with, is causing you to be a little bit bitter because maybe people around you are having the family that you want to have. But back to my original point, I don't feel like this person is the one for you. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, especially whenever they are combined element, is power. It is water. It is earth. They cannot move without each other. But with them being in reverse and with other cards sandwiched in between them in reverse, there is no cohesion. There is no power. This is not a power couple. As much as you want it to be a power couple, and then maybe as much as your Cinderella story has told you that this is a power couple, it does not scream power couple to me. Okay, it screams, okay, let's just get the kids out of high school and then we're done. That's what it screams to me. Maybe kids were brought into this situation as a way to hang on to the relationship. I hate to say it, but don't pretend like this doesn't happen. You know? Yeah, I mean, Oh, I just realized this. Religious or spiritual figure. That also, maybe some of you have converted to a different religion to be with this person, or you're thinking about it. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who is a foreigner from foreign territory, foreign lands, you know what I'm saying? But there's rules that have to be followed in order for this relationship to be accepted. And that could be another thing as well. Some of you could be dealing with somebody and their family is just never going to accept you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that you were born the way that you were born. It's not your fault. You know, but you're trying to fight against that. But I feel that they are going to outlast you because they have the stamina to outlast you, and the other person is going to go with their family. That sucks, yes. But here we are. Some of you, even if you're married to this person, you may feel like it's always their family over you. Hence why maybe that's why you've turned into the Queen of Pentacles in reverse or the King of Swords in reverse. Because you may be feeling like, damn, do I matter today, tomorrow, or the next year? You know what I'm saying? The Queen of Skates, which is, this is a mixture of air and fire, I believe, with this Queen of Skates. Gossip, new information, rudeness. There's so many players in this. I feel like family is the issue. For some of you, a person is the issue. And you hear that I describe the King of Swords not in a super negative way. It's simply just a matter of, if you ignore their intellectualness, their dissertations, if you ignore that side of them where they're wanting to tell you about the latest finding in space or history, they will make you suffer in the most unimaginable way. And they won't even lift a finger towards you. It will be mind game galore. Okay? So you have to be careful about that. And that could be something that, that's easy. Listen, even if you ain't listening, you better be listening. You know what I'm saying? But with so many court cards coming through here, family is the issue here as well. Too many rules, too many expectations, too much this, too much that. It's like, sheesh. I mean, it's almost like you've given your life away and it's been controlled by the in-laws or the other person's family, or the other person is being controlled by their family, which I feel like that's what's going on. We have the Prince of Birds. So this is the wands. Yes, this is the wands. Friendship, helpfulness, gratitude. I think I said the Baron of something in the fire sign was a page, but this is a page actually. The Baron is a standalone card in this particular set. I'm still learning these cards, by the way. Sin of envy. Some of you guys, the family is jealous of your child. Some of you, your partner is jealous of your child, especially if this child is not your partner's biologically. They're coming across like you should ignore them and put all the energy onto me. Sin of pride. What is this? The King of Birds. This is definitely where'd it go? Yeah, King of Birds. Purification, work, unending act. This is a never-ending argument. You keep arguing about something, and I think it's jealousy, it's insecurity. And it's weird. It's not a third party, like a relationship, like an inappropriate relationship. It's a child. Somebody is jealous of a child. And if a child is not involved, somebody is jealous that the other person's family was actually there for them and treats them kind of like a child, where they are there for them. Like, okay, what you need here, we got it. That's jealousy too. What is this? Ignorance. This is the Strength card in reverse. Yep, they don't stand up for you. That's why you've turned to the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Swords in reverse. Because they're not standing up to these people that are possibly being rude to you. But you're trying to stay strong. But, and then we have deception, which we have the Chariot. Lies, deceit, hidden truths, secrets. And we have the Queen of Books, intelligence, advice, intuition, observation. That sounds almost like water and earth, because it sounds like the Queen of Cups, the Baron of Birds, the sin of gluttony. Somebody, oh, I know this is going to be a sensitive topic, so trigger warning. I feel that somebody has an eating disorder. And I'm only bringing that up because somebody is about to make this private, very private something public. It's terrible. Ace of Skates, Ace of Air. What is this? The River to Hell. This is the number 16, which is the Tower. Wow, Earth signs, you got a lot of shit going on. I ain't gonna lie to you. This situation is very, 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 very complex because there's like a lot of moving parts. And a lot of this has to deal with family dynamics, just family, period. Some of you, it's your family that's the issue. That's the problem. They're running everybody off. But you can't tell you nothing about your family because, you know how people are about their family. But sometimes it needs to be said. Yeah, this is a much more complex situation, and this could take an hour to dissect this down. Truly, somebody's stealing something. Oh, okay. The stress, I feel like, is going to get to somebody in the relationship, and that could be where, again, trigger warning, that could be where a possible eating disorder is coming from, or some sort of mental health issue is about to start coming from, because you're extremely stressed out because of somebody's family. The friends can count as family as well. Yeah, the Baron of Berries. Yeah, wow. Oh. See, this is what happens whenever you push forward to be with somebody and your gut is telling you, abort, this is not a good idea. This is what you get. Then you get so deep into a relationship now, it just feels like, oh my gosh, this is the cost of freedom. Whenever you get entangled with somebody, get in a relationship with somebody, and it's not the fairy tale you thought it was going to be. And I think that's what happened. Some of you fell in love with the fairy tale instead of the actual person. And now we're here. This is very complex. So if you're dealing with this particular situation, I hope you find a way through, because they look a little rough, but not impossible. Okay, so Earth signs, this has been your reading for June. Hope it helped you, and I'll see you later.